The Velkron hunting master Jathos stood frozen in the doorway of the archive chamber, his four eyes blinking in asynchronous confusion. His scales, obsidian black with crimson patterns that marked him as one of the galaxy's most feared predators, rippled with barely contained bewilderment. Before him, the human archivist Anna sat cross-legged on her chair, bathed in the blue glow of holographic displays that floated around her like ethereal butterflies. "Is that my hunting schedule?" Jathos rumbled, his translator struggling to convey the mixture of indignation and disbelief in his voice. Anna didn't look up immediately. Her fingers danced across her tablet with practiced precision, updating another cell in what appeared to be an impossibly detailed spreadsheet. Oh yes, row 247, you're Jathos, right? Velkran, hunter class, 7 documented kills on Class A prey, preferred hunting ground in the Crimson Nebula sector. She finally glanced up, pushing her glasses higher on her nose. "Your pattern efficiency has dropped by 12% over the last galactic cycle. Might want to look into that." The hunting master's claws flexed involuntarily, a gesture that had made countless beings flee in terror. Anna simply waited, one eyebrow raised expectantly. Why do you? Jathos struggled to form the question. In his 3 centuries of life, he had tracked prey across hostile worlds, outwitted creatures with neural networks spanning kilometers, and survived the death gardens of Zelmoth. Never had he felt so thoroughly analyzed. "It's what I do," Anna said simply, turning back to her screens. "The Galactic Council hired human archivists 6 months ago. Turns out we're pretty good at finding patterns." She pulled up another display. "Want to see something interesting?" Before Jathos could respond, a 3-dimensional map materialized between them. Glowing lines traced hunting routes across star systems, converging and diverging in what his predator's mind immediately recognized as territorial patterns. "You hunt every 47 standard days," Anna continued, her voice taking on the gentle enthusiasm of someone explaining a beloved hobby. "Always in systems with binary stars. You prefer oxygen-nitrogen atmospheres, and your prey selection shows a distinct bias toward quadrupedal species with exoskeletons." She zoomed in on a cluster of data points. "Also, you never hunt on the 13th day of any local lunar cycle. Religious observance or superstition?" Jathos felt his secondary heart skip a beat. "That is, sacred knowledge. Known only to my clan." "Was sacred knowledge," Anna corrected politely. "It's in my database now, along with similar information about," she scrolled rapidly, 47,219 other registered hunters across the galaxy. The door slid open again, and Lewis walked in carrying 2 steaming cups. The young human archivist had the perpetually tired look of someone who'd spent too many nights staring at data streams, but his eyes lit up when he saw their visitor. "Oh, perfect, you're here. Anna, did you tell him about the correlation we found?" "Not yet." Anna accepted one of the cups, coffee by the smell that made Jathos' sensory organs recoil slightly. "I was building up to it." Lewis set down his own cup and pulled up yet another display. "So we were running cross-reference algorithms on hunting patterns versus prey migration routes, and we noticed something fascinating. Your species, the Velkron, you're not actually the apex predators in your ecosystems." Jathos' scales bristled, turning a deeper shade of crimson. "I have killed dreadmaw leviathans with my bare claws." "Oh, absolutely," Lewis agreed cheerfully. "Individually, you're terrifying. But ecosystem-wide, you're actually filling a mid-tier predator niche. The real apex predators are these microscopic swarm organisms that regulate prey populations through targeted infections. You just clean up the stragglers." The hunting master stared at the data, watching centuries of cultural identity crumble before statistical analysis. His people had built their entire civilization on the concept of being nature's ultimate killers. And now these soft, peculiar humans were telling him they were. "Middle management, why?" he finally asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "Why do this? What purpose does it serve to categorize everything? To reduce the sacred hunt to numbers on a screen?" Anna and Lewis exchanged glances. It was Anna who answered, her voice softer now. "Because in our history we weren't the strongest. We weren't the fastest or the most venomous or the best armored. We survived by noticing patterns, by understanding systems, by tracking and analyzing and predicting." She gestured to the vast archives surrounding them. "Every species has their superpower, Jathos. Yours is being able to kill almost anything in single combat. Ours is being able to look at the universe and see the spreadsheet behind it. Lewis nodded enthusiastically. Plus, it helps with resource allocation, conflict prediction, ecological management. Oh, and we caught 3 assassination attempts last week just by noticing anomalies in travel patterns. Jothos was quiet for a long moment, studying the humans with his predator's gaze. They stared back with no fear, only polite interest, the look of scientists observing an intriguing specimen. He realized with growing certainty that he'd been thinking about this situation all wrong. These weren't prey, and they weren't competitors. They were something his species had never encountered before. A predator that hunted information itself, that could look at the chaos of galactic civilization and impose order through sheer, stubborn analysis. It was, in its own way, absolutely terrifying. This correlation you mentioned, he said finally, the one about prey migration. Could it improve my hunting efficiency? Anna's face lit up with a smile that reminded him uncomfortably of his own expression before a successful kill. Oh, definitely. Pull up a chair. Let me show you what we found about seasonal variations in the Crimson Nebula. As Jothos settled into a seat far too small for his frame, watching Lewis bring up projection models and Anna enthusiastically explaining confidence intervals, he had a sudden, crystalline moment of understanding. The humans hadn't conquered the galaxy with weapons or strength. They'd done it with something far more insidious. They'd convinced everyone else that being cataloged in their spreadsheets was actually helpful. And the truly horrifying part? They were right.